Give me just a second, and I will should get a notification here pretty quick. Uh, there we go. There we go. Now I've got you on my other device. I should have. Hold on. Give me just a second. All right. What's going on, Vaughn?
Hey, Vaughn. No way. No way. I think you're frozen again, Ray.
That was my bad. Yeah, I tried. There's got to be a way to do it. Every time I click on it, it it brings me to your page. But I posted the link to your channel,
Mm.
and I was trying to pin it, but I can't seem to figure out how to do that without leaving the page.
Yeah. Vaughn just messaged, "How's the dogs, Mr. Simon?"
The dust mops.
The dust mops. Yeah. It's amazing that dogs just have I won't say sixth sense, but they always wake us up at 6 a.m. every morning, 6 a.m. And by 6 p.m., they bark for the food. They're like clockwork. Honestly, they're like babies.
They're like little fuzzy alarm clocks. It's like they got built-in presets.
They are.
All right.
They are cute, but they're a pain sometimes.
And this is actually good for me, because I've never really had a chance to talk to you other than in chat or texting. Like, we've never just had a conversation.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this is just me, first just learning about you. Like, all right, let me get the whole backstory. You were in the UK. Where?
In a town called St Helens, which is right in between Manchester and Liverpool, so in the northwest of England.
Okay, yeah. The oh, what's his name? Oh, my mind just went blank. The name of the doctor in My Fair Lady or Pygmalion. I was gonna say, the linguistics expert. I said, yeah, I can hear some of the Liverpool
Well,
in there.
soccer's a big thing in the UK. So St Helens is right in between Manchester and Liverpool. So I can go either way, Liverpool
Uh-huh.
or Manchester. Well, depends who's winning at the time.
Okay, and then you know, from what I gather piecemeal about you, is because I've just got like this broken image of like who's Simon. Uh, you were like a successful businessman in England.
Yes,
What made you decide to come to the Philippines? Was it a woman?
as always. Yes, because I met Sherry in Dubai in 2016.
Mm,
I was working there. Sherry was working there. Then we met. That was in the back end of 2015.
okay,
Yeah, that's where it started.
okay,
Married for 9 years now.
and did Cherry ever come over there with you,
No,
okay,
we both left Dubai and came to the Philippines. The plan was to go to the UK, but because I've worked out of the UK since 2013. So I've worked, lived in Dubai. I've worked and lived in Istanbul. When I met
Mhm.
Jerry, of course, I was working remotely from Manila.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of my job. So I could be, I wouldn't say anywhere in the world, but certainly within the European, Asia Pacific region is okay.
Okay. And Vaughn said a love story built in the UK in Dubai. So loving the sand. But so you so when did you like fully retire from like doing like remote work and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, Ray, it was in spring 23
Okay.
when Sherry informed me that there was a 2 hectare farm had become available here in the Philippines, in the province in Isabela, and I didn't think of retiring. That was not something that I was thinking of, but just because of timing and circumstances, I thought, Simon, if you can retire, do it. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Honestly,
absolutely.
because I achieved all my career goals.
Hmm.
I traveled the world. I'm thinking now's the time to enjoy time. And so I thought, okay, let's do it. So um, what was quite advantageous, Ray, is that we already had a 1,000 square meter lot here in the province.
Okay.
So, so when I did all the number crunching, I thought we can easily build our new home here, of which
Right.
we did, and really, the past 2 years has been a whirlwind. I would never ever thought 2 years ago that I would be retired at 55, building my own home with my beautiful wife, buying a farm, and now being on YouTube. So,
Well, you just yeah, I was telling somebody that today as like, you just have to go with what life gives you, what life puts in front of you. And
absolutely, absolutely.
uh
I've not had one regret, Ray. Not one regret.
I hear you. Shout out Easy Home Cooking and Jap 1967. Hey guys,
Hey,
appreciate
good
y'all.
evening. Hi, John.
Um and so like the farming was, you bought a farm.
Yeah,
I'm
two
trying
hectares. Yeah,
so
grow right,
like
grow right.
your whole, yeah, your whole, and that's another question that bring up. Like, your handle on YouTube is CEO to Farmer. So why isn't your YouTube channel titled CEO to Farmer?
Because I retired being CEO of a global tire company.
Okay, and so like you already had the YouTube channel Tire Mango.
No, no, because that's been a while now, but really, I only started doing YouTube in a small way when I did retire, just to post some nice video. Basically, originally, Ray, it was to keep
Uh-huh.
my family updated back in the UK because I like to see what I was up to on the farm and building a house and the lifestyle here. So that's where it came from. So, as I was saying earlier, I was quite lucky enough to achieve all my career goals, being CEO of a global tire company, retired at 55, build our new home, buy a farm, and the rest is history.
Oh, okay. And what do you mostly farm? Like, and how much like actual farming do you do?
Well, me personally, zero.
Okay. That.
But we've had the farm now for 2 years, but we've just sold the farm, Ray, because we did 5 rice harvests. And
Mhm.
me being a businessman, only one of those harvests made profit. So I thought this can't continue because
Right.
because you're so relying on the price of rice. You're always worried about the weather and typhoons. There's so many variables that can go against you. I thought, Simon, I don't need the stress. And really, it was stress. Although,
Yeah.
although we didn't have the farm to give us an income, if it did, it was a bonus. So that's how it was. So we bought it for X, we sold it for the same money. So, and now there's no stress.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Let's catch up. Let's see. Rhea said hi, both of you and everyone. Hey, Rhea. Jap 1967 said, I changed mine today to stop confusion. I'm assuming he's talking about his channel name. Uh,
Oh,
and let's
because
check see what
I was
check and see
calling
what he
him,
did.
I was calling John JP because the initials are JP, so I was calling him JP. That's where the confusion came from, Ray.
Oh, Jap 1967.
Yeah, that's John Platt, JP.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's John Platt. So
Yeah.
okay. Vaughn said keeping the family updated to building a channel following. Uh, he said, didn't that farming did not do well?
No,
Yeah, that's what he was
no,
saying,
yeah.
Vaughn. Did you ever? Well, I guess it doesn't matter now that you sold the land, but did you ever think to like like lease the land out and let other people farm it, and you know like they
Well,
get whatever, where you don't have to worry about
yeah.
whether it makes a profit or loss. You're just getting rent, basically.
Well, good question. And the other positive from selling the farm is that we sold the farm to Cherry's mother, and
Oh, okay.
she's going to leave that to Cherry.
I got you. All right. Jap said, I missed what you farmed, Simon. They
Right,
farmed
right.
rice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they couldn't get any like pea seeds or something. I don't know.
I mean, we gave it a try. We tried
Okay.
five harvests, but only one made profit. Um, I worked out we lost in the full harvest that we lost around 200,000 pesos. And knowing that, and knowing there's so many variables about the weather, the price of rice, and even now, my mother-in-law, Cherry's mum, just did a harvest on the farm now.
Uh-huh.
Terrible, terrible. So I made the right
Yeah.
decision. I made the right decision.
Yeah. With all of the crazy weather lately, I could imagine like it probably you got to kind of hit just right, and cross your fingers for favorable weather for.
Hey,
Yeah, I
honestly, I
couldn't be
was
a
having
farmer.
sleepless nights. Honestly, I was having sleepless nights because I almost became a fully fledged weatherman. Seriously, because because as soon as I heard the word typhoon, I was straight onto Windy and tracking where it was. And last year, this time last year, we had four typhoons in 6 weeks came over us.
Yeah, and that's just crazy.
So yeah, it's too much stress.
Yeah, it's yeah, John Platt has gone, haha. And then he said, good weather for rice. Well, no, apparently not. But all right, so now, like, now you're like, that would make me happy, like getting rid of the land and everything. That, like, I would be happier. I'm hoping you are, whereas just like,
I am.
you don't have to
We,
stress about anything and just can just
we
relax.
in a way, right? Yes, we are happy, but in a way, we're not. We're not happy because the farm is in a beautiful area. The scenery is amazing, and okay, we can go there still to walk around. We used to go there just to de-stress and walk around the farm. It was quite cool with the wind. It was amazing, but the stress just, as I said, because I didn't plan to retire, but then this came about. So I retired, thinking, right, okay, this is the time to enjoy time with Cherry, as minimum stress as possible. And we didn't buy the farm as an income, thankfully. Um,
Mhm.
we didn't see it as a hobby either, but it's just a way that it just doesn't work in in rice.
Right. Yeah. So what's next for your like business orientated mind? Like,
I'm
do you have any plans to like do something else, or are you just content to just let
I'm
it
switched
ride
off.
with what?
I'm switched off.
That's uh yeah. Oh, Vaughn says, what province are you guys in, Simon?
Isabella, which is, to give you an idea, by bus from Manila, it's around 9 hours. Yeah, it depends, but minimum 9 hours from Manila, north. So
Yeah.
we're we're almost in the northwest of Luzon. We're about an hour south of the airport, and we're about, I think, a good 3 hours away from the sea. Unfortunately, but
Okay.
but
So
where we live, right? It's
middle of nowhere. That's where you
and and me living in cities in the past and working in the cities. This for me is heaven. It's peaceful. It's safe. The wildlife is amazing. The climate is amazing. I just don't like the typhoons.
yeah. Yeah. See, I'm lucky here. Like I always brag about, being in Tagaytay. Like I really don't worry about too much weather of any kind, like typhoons doesn't get up the mountain, and like all the rain, like normally, like the pressure system builds as it goes over the mountain, and then it like starts dumping rain on the other side.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we don't get as much up here. And of course, don't worry about flooding because we're elevated, so water runs downhill. It's not
yeah.
gonna,
Where you live,
it's
it,
not gonna flood.
yeah, Tagaytay is a beautiful place. I know it's quite elevated, but we're quite lucky in that sense also, Ray, because when the typhoons come from the east, it hits the Sierra Madre mountains, so it takes a bit of the sting out of it. It still hurts us, by the way. And but when it rains here, thankfully, again, we're on a elevated lot. The
Okay.
house the house is set higher as well, so it can rain as it does do in the Philippines. It rains like non-stop for a week sometimes, and we never get any flooding. Never.
That's awesome. Alistair said, what's the age gap of you and Cherry, if I may ask?
Well, of course, yeah. Well, I turned 58 in
Uh,
August, just gone, and Cherry is 21 years my younger.
okay. Yeah, that's
But she looks even younger.
yeah, I know.
That's
You
that's
got
Filipinos do.
yeah, like you know, Filipinos look, like in their teens up until they're 30 years old, it's well, she's either 30 or underage. I don't know. It's
What was quite funny, Ray, and I really like this, is that when I met Cherry in Dubai, I had to go and ask her mother's permission to take her on a date. So
uh
when I met her mother, she looked young. I thought, for me, that's a good sign. If a mother looks young,
yeah.
sorry, she's listening.
Yeah. Well, let me hold on a second. Uh, Give me just a second. All right. I was just making a quick note because I thought of something, but I wanted to go keep on with the comments before I went.
Mm, mm.
So Vaughn said the retirement mindset of what do I do can be daunting, but it's a good problem to have. Yeah, like I love having the problem of, what the hell am I going to do today? Because I don't have anything that's pressing that like And I like that. Like that's how I want to live the rest of my life.
Honestly, it's a, as you said, it's amazing feeling. Amazing
Yeah,
feeling. Knowing that you're waking up
yeah,
for your life every day. You know, your day's your own. Because I was in an environment where I was in Teams meetings all day and every single day. You know, it
yeah,
was just part of the job. So going from that, to having all the time on my hands as possible, it's just a great feeling.
yeah. I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to today. Um, I talk to multiple people every day because I'm just social like that. But I was talking to someone, and the topic of like standing in line came up, and the point I made, like like you're gonna stand in lines in the Philippines. That's just it's gonna happen. You're at the grocery store, you're in a line, and a lot of people get stressed out about that. Like I think people are too like goal oriented. Like they're like when what I'm saying is like their goal is to get their groceries, pay for them as quickly as possible, get them home as quickly as possible. That's the goal.
Yeah,
Like get the food, pay for it, get it home. Goal. But the thing is, like you could be standing in line, and if you're not, so focused, stand in line, look around, start talking to, another guy in line, and he may turn out to be a lifelong friend. So,
true.
like, if you take those two variables and say, okay, like which is more important, like getting your groceries home or making a lifelong friend, then of course, if you knew the outcome, you would say, "Well, yeah, I'd pick the lifelong friend."
Yeah,
But to me, that's the mindset that you have to have. Is like you, like when we first started talking, like you take what the world gives you, what it puts in front of you. Yep. Uh,
I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail about my past, but when this chat comes out, I think by the end of this week we'll be down at Vagabond Awake. Um, you may get more of an insight of what I came from back in the
yeah,
UK. But it's not a sob story by any means. But if it's
right.
come from A to Z and in between,
Okay.
in
Well,
between.
I get what you're saying. I'm not gonna try and scoop him on his video or anything. Don't want to cover
That's a
a lot of the
that's
same
a NDA, by the way.
ground. Okay. Alistair said, about how much was um, the running cost of the farm monthly? Like, what was your operating cost?
Yeah, good question, Alistair. I didn't do it monthly. I kept track of the costs, and then when we did the harvest, then I worked out what the profit and loss was. Simple as that. So we just over the period from when we bought the seed and we planted and harvested, it was X amount of pesos. Then you sell it, and then you get obviously the profit. And unfortunately, it just didn't work. I mean,
Uh,
speaking to quite a few people here, rice isn't the rice isn't the farming part to make a living.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of competition too.
It's
Like,
like famine and feast, Ray, because
right.
the one harvest that we had was amazing, and I thought, shit, wow, this is going to be amazing. But then, consequently, the other four terrible.
Mm. John said, "You have a Scouse accent, Simon, like my brother-in-law. He's from Wirral."
Ouch, ouch. Thanks, John.
Alistair said, "What did you learn building your home? What should I look out for? Like, did you run into any Any
all,
issues that you would
all the
warn
time,
someone about when it came to your constructing your house?
all the time, Ray. I was quite lucky because we lived in Cherry's mother's house across the road from where we live now. So I was on site
Right.
literally all the time, probably a bit too much, really, to some degree. But if I hadn't have been here on site every day, God knows what the house would have been like. Honestly, I said to John on YouTube a few days ago is that once the house gets built, once it is to a standard that is acceptable here, okay, not in the Western world,
Right.
it is a full time maintenance job. Ray, honestly, and only a few days ago, I was on the roof fixing a gutter because it had collapsed. It's just a full time maintenance job.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. Like you know, I had planned to build like like a small house. Uh, if me and my girlfriend ever get like super serious, like she's got a piece of land in the province, and I don't want to live there full time, but I want to build like like a guest house for myself, like so I can be
Yeah.
comfortable when we go down there to visit. And my idea was always like basically build you let the Filipinos build the structure and plumb in electrical and the plumbing and leave it like that. And then my plan was to use like aluminum studs and
Mm,
sheetrock. And I because like I can run like my own electrical and put the outlets wherever I want it
okay.
and not have like uh interior concrete walls that be able to like insulate
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
uh
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that we did this. It's certainly an experience, and it's one of those ticks in a box is done. Because, as I said, when I was 55, Ray, 2 years ago, I never thought I would be building my own home in the Philippines. It didn't, didn't register. It's amazing
right.
how life is, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, life just gave you a blessing. It made it all possible. Michael C said, "What's up, Ray? Hey, Simon."
Hi, Mike.
Uh, Vaughn said, "Ray, that go 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 culture of the West must melt out of a person." Yeah, you've got to adapt when you come to the Philippines and learn to just take things as they come.
I I struggled a bit the first year that I came here because of that reason, because I came from that kind of environment and meetings all day and every day and traveling all around the world. And to go from that to doing not nothing, but you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a real paradigm shift.
Yeah, yeah. Like going from a a schedule culture to like no schedule. It's I always say uh I only ever plan to do one thing in a day, and like I'll be okay even if that one thing doesn't get done. Like if it's like I have to get my driver's license. Like sometime this week I gotta like renew my driver's license, or I've got to do something at the bank, or
Yeah.
it's like if I get that done, that's awesome. But I don't plan like I've got to go to the bank, then I gotta go to the LTO, and then I gotta go. Like that will never work in the Philippines. Like you can't schedule out a day to get multiple things done. You'll
Mm.
you'll you'll just add stress to your life.
Well, time is time here. There's no kind of like strict guidelines on time. People come when they want to come and leave when they want to leave.
Yeah, and and
Sometimes it's quite frustrating, but in a way, it's quite refreshing.
yeah, yeah. I choose to embrace the refreshing of it. It's just like your first instinct, like what you're referring to, I believe, is like Filipino time, and like your first instinct is to take it as insulting. It's like my time is valuable, and we plan to do this at a
That's
certain
what I did.
time, and
That's what I
like
did.
you're
Yeah,
and the thing is like, you know, it's still your time. Like you can do whatever you want in that time. It's you got to get out of that mindset of, okay, this person's supposed to be here at this time, and we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna, you know, then we're gonna set up the karaoke or whatever it is that you're
yeah, yeah,
doing. Like, the Western mindset is like we've got we like schedule out everything that is supposed to happen, and if it's not happening in that, then we get stressed out, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
much better to just let go of that, and it's just like, you know embrace and enjoy whatever's happening when it's happening.
yeah.
Let's see, wait, uh where were we in the comments? Oh, okay.
One of the
uh,
dust mops is crying.
Alistair said, there's a dust mop, what's going on, buddy?
She's crying. She's crying towards attention. She's very spoiled.
uh,
Very spoiled.
all right, y'all hit some likes, give the dog some attention, put some hearts up there. Let's see. Uh, Alistair said, I'm also interested in a farm as in a retirement activity. So I have many questions. If it was another crop, would it be different?
I think maybe yes. I think, but saying that, I don't have enough experience to give any kind of advice. Saying maybe tobacco, or maybe chilies, or maybe sunflowers, or maybe potatoes. I haven't had that much of an insight or experience. It's I was saying we just had the farm to grow rice, and we thought it would, you know, it would work. Okay, it gave us rice to eat, but it just didn't work as a business. We also have had on the farm two big fish ponds for tilapia, but
Okay.
after speaking to some relatives here and people that we know, again, it's not profitable, and my business mind, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, and that's, you know, I don't know. I don't think I would be able to think of like a surefire profitable business in the Philippines.
I think,
Like,
yeah, but I think you're right, Ray. I think just too many variables here.
yeah,
One, the main one being the weather, because your whole crop could be wiped out, or in one big gust of wind, and that's it. It's finished.
right. You know, uh, there you could have some kind of, small business that's like, I wouldn't. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't come to the Philippines depending on any kind of income from any kind of business that you do in the Philippines. Like, you have to, if you have like a hobby business, maybe not like a farm on a, you know, like a large scale, but if you just
Yeah,
want to have like a little farm and maybe you might make a little bit of profit, like raising some pigs or, whatever. I think that's, I think that would probably be like the most safe investment would be like a piggery.
I think
Like, I,
so. I
I
think
think
so.
that would be, I mean, of course they had the the swine disease here,
Yes, swine flu.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that would have been hurtful if you were doing that on a large scale, but
I think, I
for the
think,
most part, that's fairly safe.
yeah.
Uh, J- John said, "Haha, Geordie accent, no better."
John John's accent is one of the best in the UK, from the
Yeah,
northeast.
John said they can't understand my language here. Haha. Yeah, I don't know what a Geordie accent sounds like.
Why, aye, man, you must be joking.
Oh, okay. Joking. Disciples of Tao says hello. They're a couple. They don't live too far from here. Michael C knows them too. Like, we go to a coffee club together, like people in the Cavite area. Um, Idiman got some emojis there. Something simple. That's Michael. his name's Michael. It's something simple too over in Bacolod. Said, good evening, Ray and Simon. Vaughn said, got to go, guys. Here I am with that go, go, go. See you guys later. Appreciate you stopping by,
Thank you, Vaughn.
Vaughn. Michael C., where is Simon at in the Philippines, bro?
Isabella.
Isabella.
Isabella. Yeah, province. Northern Luzon.
Yeah.
The
Joe
breadbasket of the
Gamer.
Philippines, it's called.
What is it?
The breadbasket of the Philippines.
Red Basket. All right. Uh, houses in the Western world is nice. It really depends on the area of the neighborhood. The apartments are big. An apartment, your own home takes time, but hard work is worth. Let me charge the phone. Let me change. I don't know what you're trying. You're just Sherry. I think she changes her name all the time. I think that's Sherry over in Tennessee. I don't know which time about Sherry. John said Simon is an Isabella. Okay, yeah. Cool dog. Michael C said cool dog. Simon, the little dust mop. Uh, Disciples of Tao. Does Simon have a farm? No, he gave up the farm. He had a farm, a rice farm. I don't mean to keep answering for you, but I'm trying to get through some comments real quick.
Yeah.
Alistair, on the time issue, any expats have experience in the real Philippine business uh, world C-suites. Uh, I if time is Western or Pinoy on the time issue. Any I have no idea what that question is. Can you
I'm lost on
decipher that?
that one.
Like, I, I'm thinking maybe the question is something to do with like having a business in the Philippines that deals with Western countries. The time issue, I guess, maybe is that what the question is? I don't know.
Maybe.
Uh, Michael C says water filtration, bro, is profitable. Okay, so like a
It's,
water filtration
yeah,
business.
yeah, it is. It is. Although 2 years being here in the new house, the price of the water has not increased. Now, I if I had if I had a water business, I would certainly look at do some increases in 2 years because of manpower and cost of living inflation. So,
Yeah, but I
just look
don't. Is that really a thing uh, in the Philippines? Like the I I don't know for sure. This is just kind of me thinking out loud, but like how much does prices really go up year to year in the Philippines? Because I know like it's different where like in the West, prices go up, but wages also go up. But if wages aren't going up, then they can't necessarily
yeah,
raise prices because no one can afford,
yeah.
they can barely afford what it is
And, that,
now.
and that's the same in the UK and probably US raise is that the wages, salaries are not going high as higher or even matching inflation. So
Right.
the gap's always going to be big.
Right. Yeah, they're not matching, but that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying in the
yeah.
like the Philippines, um, like I don't really see any like real wage increases, so it would.
But one thing I have learned, well, not one thing, but many things I've learned being in the Philippines. Okay, we're 2 years here in Isabela, but we lived in Manila for 4 years. So since 2016, I've been here in the Philippines to some degree. Um, but one of the things that I definitely learned is that my wife had told me to stay in the car whenever we go shopping. So whenever we go to buy meat or vegetables, darling, please stay in the car.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to pay the white man prices. Okay, so uh, take a break from the comments for a second. Let's talk about fasting. Like, tell me, like when did you start? like doing fasting and like do you do like a I know you're on like a 7-day fast now, but I think like normally you do like intermittent fasting. And is it like a 16-8 or an 18-6 or like
Yeah.
tell me how you tell me
Okay.
about fasting. I have no
Okay.
clue. Uh,
Okay. Go back to 2020. So um, I had COVID in September of that year, and I didn't eat for maybe about 4 or 5 days because I was so sick and poorly with the COVID, and I don't know why, but I was on YouTube, and it turned out that period that I wasn't eating was making me be healthier. So I didn't. I heard about fasting. There's, of course, fasting's been around for thousands of years. We know that. We know that. But it's only become a bit more in in the public domain, I would say, in the past 15 years or so, but more so the past 6 years. So that's where my kind of thing started with fasting. So when I dug a bit deeper into it, I'm thinking, right, okay, so you have all these amazing health benefits of fasting.
mhm,
And there are different ways to fast. I won't bore you with a long list of them, but basically the two main ones are, yes, you are right, Ray. Intermittent fasting is where you mainly eat within a 6 hour window. So you're fasting for the 18 hours. So
mhm.
eat within 6 hours. I do that religiously, apart from one
Okay.
day a week, and that's my cheat day. Every now and again, I do a prolonged fast, which is the second most common way of fasting, and that could be a combination of a 24-hour fast, or 48 hours, or 72. The last one that I did, it was 100 hours, which was 4 days.
Mhm.
You will not believe how you feel mentally, physically. It's off the scale, genuinely. Now, obviously, I am a good, I would say, a good advocate because I done it now for 5 years. So when I came here with Sherry to build a house, and I fell into the Filipino diet of having rice 2 3 times a day. Don't be wrong, I love rice, but not 2 or 3 times a day. Fried
Right.
food, soda, and I just felt crap. I felt absolutely crap um, within the first year. Now, then I bought a very, very small homemade gym outside in our living area, a simple cross trainer, some free weights on a bench. So I thought, because there's no gyms around here, there's no gyms. I love
Right.
to walk, Ray, but because of the heat, you can't walk. There's no paths. We're looking at in the province, countryside, so you can't really go for a walk per se. So you have to make yourself be healthier here, especially here in the province. Manila or Cebu, no, you'll have gyms and hotels with gyms and or whatever, but but not here. So fasting is an absolute game changer. It and what I should have said at the beginning, Ray. Um, um, I'm not a doctor. I'm not being trained on fasting. It's just something that I've like doing. I weirdly, I kind of enjoy it because I'm now on my fifth day of fasting, not eating.
Uh,
The mental clarity, the alertness, the cognitive function, the energy you have is just boundless. It's boundless. And if anyone wants to get more details on fasting, quite simply, as we all do these days, Google or YouTube. And what's becoming apparent now is that doctors who have been telling us over the years, you need to eat 3 meals a day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. 25% of the world are
I hardly ever eat breakfast, but go ahead.
pre-diabetes. 25% of the world pre-diabetes, and that's as per the John Hopkins um, University stats. So it's quite scary because my wife's diet is she won't she won't kick me for saying it, but it is a typical Filipino diet. Rice twice a day, fried food, fish, which is great, vegetables, but generally, it's very, very unhealthy. the Filipinos are one of the highest nations with pre-diabetes and heart disease. Now, when you do intermittent fasting, in that period that you're not eating, your body's starting a process internally, and something called autophagy kicks in around the 17, 18-hour mark when you're fasting. And that is your body reversing or getting rid of any crap, dead cells, and recycling them. And it builds your immune system, it cleans your arteries, it can and does cure depression, type 2 diabetes. It can prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. It's just a human being is just amazing, Ray. It's just that
Yeah.
we in the Western world, I've always been told breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nah. What could be a good, sorry, it could be a good or bad example is, God forbid, when there's an earthquake in 2 years ago in Istanbul, there were people that were buried for over a month. Now, they didn't eat food for 1 month. They had water, but no food.
Uh-huh.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah. No, you can, you know, you can survive for a long time as long as, and that was a follow-up question I had is, you know, when you're doing like the extended fast,
Mm.
like what are you allowed? I mean, I for you personally, like you said
Purely,
coffee, no sugar,
yeah. But I like
water,
my
of
coffee in the
course.
morning. So my daily routine is I wake up. I have an amazing wife. Very often she brings me coffee in bed, as I mentioned before on one of our on one of our
Yeah.
chats. I like my coffee in the morning, of course, without sugar. But I normally have two in the morning. Then I chill out a bit. Then I exercise outside for a minimum 30 minutes on my cross trainer, and then do a different muscle split every day. So today was chest, yesterday was arms, tomorrow shoulders, that kind of thing. But when you're fasting on a prolonged fast, you can have green tea, you can have coffee, of course, and that's it. That's it.
And
How,
water, like just
water,
plain.
yeah, of course, water. Now, when you are fasting, your body's getting rid of a lot of electrolytes and salts, so you need to have the right supplements whilst you're fasting. So every day I have sea salt in my water, just so you can taste it, not so it's overpowering.
Right, right.
And then I have the magnesium, potassium, um, the B vitamins, kale for the your thyroid, and that's it. I
Okay.
This is my fifth day now, and I feel like superhuman. Honestly, it's it's almost like it's almost like a kind of euphoric feeling because you're because I was even for me now being doing a fasting of intermittently for a few years, I shall get the benefits of doing a long term fast. Now, anyone that's not tried fasting before, they will be shocked when with all these kind of feelings. But the first thing that they will feel, they won't feel bloated, and then the mental alertness is the first thing that you kind of come across, and it's like a drug. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah. I no,
Because that,
I do
because that's your
I
body getting rid of the sugar that's within your liver and your body and bloodstream, and it's a no
yeah,
brainer.
I've definitely felt that before. Like, I don't know, like, okay, like I've fasted, but not on purpose. Like, and it's
Mm,
not like I didn't have
yeah,
money to eat or anything. It's
yeah,
just I
yeah,
wasn't really hungry, and like
yeah,
I tend to like I only eat when I'm hungry. And there's been times when like I'll go a long time and I'm just not hungry. I normally eat just once a day because I'm
yeah,
not hungry, and that I don't know, that husked out feeling where you don't feel bloated and you like your stomach feels like
yeah.
more contracted and you just feel better. I know that feeling that you're talking about. I've seen
It,
like a lot of comments coming in, so I need to catch.
yeah,
We need to catch back
yeah.
up. Let's see, where were we? Water filtration. Okay, Disciples of Tao. Jennifer, that's his wife, is a yoga and fitness trainer. Uh, McLovin, good evening, Ray. Good evening, McLovin. Appreciate you being here.
Good evening.
John, spot on, Simon. Like the Scouse myself. Calm down. Home of the Beatles. Uh,
That's from a sketch.
Disciples of Tao. Does Simon have a YouTube channel? Absolutely. Look. I'm gonna pin it right. I'm not pin it, but I'm gonna put the link again right now. Let me get back up
Thank you,
here.
Ray.
Um, Weena Jumps is here. Weena's big on jump roping. Like she's a jump roping fool. Alistair, so on topic, you don't seem to suffer from a gut problem. Do you exercise or it's all fasting that keeps your gut so small? Yeah, you've answered that with your
Yeah.
exercise routine. Uh, let's see. Sherry said, "It's me. Yes, I like Oreos cookies." All right, Sherry, that's good to know. Uh, Alistair, your wife helps with the diet plan. How? No, she always trying to get you to eat.
Not really. No, no, because she knows I
Oh,
do. I think we do eat together. When we do eat together,
yeah.
and we cook together. It's not just I do my thing, she does her own thing. It's just that I can't eat rice 2 or 3 times a day, right? Right.
I got you. Let's see. Wait. Michael C said water filtration. Put them in the condos. They drink it up in condos. Okay. Uh, Disciples of Tao on our YouTube channel. We teach self governance and health discipline. Yeah, they're a good channel for like healthy lifestyle as well. Uh, Disciples of Tao said yes. Stay in the car. let the Filipina shop. Uh, Niels Christensen here. Hey, Niels.
Hey, Niels.
Uh, uh, Disciples of Tao. I'm an expert at fasting. I've been intermittent fasting since February 2006.
It's the
Uh,
future. It's the future.
uh, Sherry said, "Don't the Muslims fast in the Middle East and Egypt?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Muslims fast like during Ramadan, and then
Yeah, yeah,
Christians fast like
yeah,
during the Lent period.
yeah.
Like fasting has always been part of like a lot of the major religions.
Yes. Yes.
You know, but and there was I was having a conversation today. I was actually on Disciples of Tao on their live stream. Someone was asking about yoga and how Christians believe like yoga is some. Anyway, my point was, you know, whether you believe in God or not, I believe in God. And like God, I believe that God wants me to be happy and healthy. So, whether something's used like in a religious context, if it's healthy and good for you and makes you feel good, like the religion part of it doesn't matter. It's like if yoga makes you feel good, if fasting makes you feel good, do it and feel good. Like if you believe in God, then believe that God wants you to be happy and healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, uh, Disciples of Tao said, "That's right. I've done 3 21-day fasts in my life."
21 days.
Yeah,
Wow. 3 weeks without food. Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Alistair said, "I concur. 16/8 with 48-hour fast once a quarter is awesome. But I fell off the wagon due to external factors. Looking to restart soon."
Yeah.
Okay. The Colonel's here, Doug. Colonel Doug. And it's the Colonel's Chronicles. He's ramping up his YouTube channel. I've been doing intermittent fasting for a while now. I eat once a day. I normally eat once a day too, and
That's
you,
that's all mad.
you
All
know,
mad.
and I think there's like two different camps, uh, because there's I guess there's like the fasting camp, and then like the multiple small meals a day camp. Like there's people that I guess because of like your metabolism, like you just don't eat big meals, you eat like
Yeah, yeah.
multiple small meals, and like I don't know the
Problem-
pros and cons of.
The problem with that, Ray, is when you're eating every few hours, your insulin goes up, then down again, goes up and down again, up and down again,
Okay.
and that leads to pre-diabetes. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
that's why the world's in a sad state at the moment. So
Okay. Disciples of Tao said, yes, your cellular mitochondria changes from burning carbs to fat.
absolutely,
Alistair, I follow Dr. Jim Stopani and research and exercise scientist. He is on YouTube. Okay.
yeah.
I'll have to look that up. Let me screenshot
There's so,
that.
there's so many doctors, even GPs, general doctors around the world now, rather than give out medicines as they've done for hundreds of years, now they're giving out a plan of doing fasting, whether it's intermittent fasting. That's where you start initially doing a 60 and 8. Anyone can do a 60 and 8. It's quite easy, to be honest.
Uh,
The problem is that when people do an 18-6, when you eat in that 6 hours, just don't go crazy.
right.
Don't eat all the garbage that you normally used to eat, and be sensible, be reasonable. So once you're comfortable doing 18-6, then go into a full day fast, then 48, and ease yourself into it. And for anyone that has any worries, concerns, please go and speak to your GP, your doctor first, before doing a
Right.
long term fast.
Okay. Uh, John, John said, "Hi, Colonel. You need more fasting like me. No offense." That's not even nice, John. Uh, Scuba Steve, Scoob Dog said, "Hey, brother Ray, what's up, Scoob Dog?" Sherry said, "I had two guy friends who are Muslims, one from the United States, another one from Alexandria, Egypt." Okay. Disciples of Tao, I've done 130 days of alternate day fasting since February 3rd.
That's
I
the
don't know.
that's the feast of that's a feast and famine. So you eat what you want today, and tomorrow you
Uh,
fast. That's also a good way of providing you don't go silly and crazy eating
right.
junk food all day, because basically you will just undo what you did the day after. So be reasonable, be sensible, eat what you want. Don't pig out on
Like
chips and
junk. Yeah.
burgers. Yeah.
But okay. Um, Alistair said water and coffee, black coffee. Sherry said coffee with sugar. Yeah, no, we're not in the fasting, Sherry. Uh, Disciple of Tao, I just drink coffee or sugar free soda during fast. Uh, Alistair said, yep, I like carbonated water. It helps.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Uh, Disciples of Tao must have salt. I recommend the citrate salts. Alistair said, Simon going to live until 200 years. You're gonna
I hope not.
you're gonna
I'll be,
live to be 200.
I'll be a I'll be a shriveled old prune or something.
Yeah. Scoop Steve, I have never tried fasting before. So what's the first step? Uh,
Is the mental decision to do it, to try it. That's the first
yeah,
step. I've got two
yeah.
reasons, Ray. Everyone in the chat. Two reasons why I do what I do. Two, one is because I've got a very young wife. That's the first thing. That's the first
Yeah.
thing. So I want to look good for her as long as as long as I can. Secondly, knowing the knowledge what I've gained over the past 5 or 6 years, it's just that the health benefits is just amazing. If doing fasting intermittently or prolonged fasting over a period of time can cure cancers.
Okay. Yeah. And like I said, I I I feel like I've like for different periods in my life, I've done like intermittent fasting without ever
Yeah,
knowing what it
most,
was. So
most people operate. Yeah, exactly. Most
so
people. Yeah, yeah.
it's just a to me it's just a matter of like doing it on a purpose now. Like I know I can do it because
When
I've
I was sick in the UK, when I had COVID the first time in the UK in 2020, my boss said to me, "Simon, make sure you eat." When I think back, I'm thinking, no, that's the worst thing that I can do when you're sick. So if Aristotle spoke about fasting thousands of years ago, it's just, when you go full circle and now see and hear doctors prescribing and giving a program about doing fasting, it's just unbelievable, right? Honestly, I can't speak for it highly enough because I've been there, I've done it, and it sounds like a few of our members in chat have also done it as well to a certain degree. It's just
right.
all the benefits is just amazing. Why would you not do it? You definitely would. You definitely need at least 1 or 2 cheat days a week. Otherwise, life would be just too fucking boring. Sorry to swear.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. Like, when you have to do something and experience it for yourself. Like no one can tell you, like, oh, you do this and this and you're gonna, but you know, from what I'm gathering and like what I know from my unintentional intermittent fasting is like you feel better. And if you're doing something and it makes you feel better, then it makes you continue to want to do that
There are,
thing.
there are a lot of misconceptions about doing fasting, and even now, my wife's family say, "Simon, do you not feel weak, and do you not get stomach ulcers, and do you get dizzy?" I'm thinking, no, it's the opposite.
Right. Uh, Disciples of Tao says, I stopped the long fast. 48 hours is my max now, but I've eaten OMAD for over 5 years. One meal a day. Is that what that stands for?
Yes, OMAD, yes.
Okay. Alistair said, I eat when I am stressed. Got to get back on the fasting boat.
I think
Yeah.
I think we all do that.
Get rid of stress. Uh, the secret to fasting is learning to eat low carb.
And that's and that's
Alistair,
and that's
Simon
the key way.
explain why. Uh, Simon explain why fasting helps not spiking insulin levels.
Because you're not physically eating food. When you eat food, you your pancreas says to itself, "Okay, we have food coming into my body. You need you need insulin to flush the sugar out of your out of the bloodstream as much as possible." So every
Mhm.
time you eat, so if you have breakfast, your insulin spikes, then it goes down. You eat again at lunchtime, it spikes, it goes down, and dinner it spikes, goes down, and snacking in between. So potentially, someone could be spiking the insulin levels maybe up to 8 or 10 times a day. Anyone that has a pot belly is pre-diabetic.
Mhm. Yeah,
Now, the
yeah,
diet is just as important as fasting. So, high protein, high fat, low carb is the key, is the perfect diet. Your body doesn't need sugar. Your body makes its own sugar.
yeah. Well, there's there's a reason for natural sugars, but the thing is like processed sugar is just it's junk. It's no different than cocaine. Like you know they take the coca plant and highly process it to get like a concentrated form that's cocaine. And sugar is exactly the same. Like it's processed down to a
It's the devil.
like a super potent version of what occurs naturally.
Sugar's the devil.
And
Yep.
yeah, like let's see. Oh, the colonel says, John, if I fast like you, I'll gain weight. What I'm doing loses weight. Okay, Colonel. I have to talk to you about what your diet plan is. John, haha, Colonel. I fast on San Mig Light. Sherry Ray, I eat once a day at my I eat one I eat once a day at my mom's house, not 3 meals a day. Sometimes just breakfast and dinner only at my mom's house. But at my brother's house, I eat a pizza or a snack, but I mainly drink water. Okay, Sherry. I don't know what your health goals are. John said low calorie, so can drink more. I guess San Mig Light, San Mig the light makes it a diet food. San Mig Light.
It's like
That's
it's like
that's
Coke.
that's the
It's like Coke
diet.
Zero.
He
It's the
takes the
same.
diet San Mig for his health. That's that's what you do. Like you hold up the San Mig Light. Here's to your health. Colonel said, no can do. Alistair's laughing. Wait, I missed something. Oh, disciples child, the first step is the correct state of mind. Yeah, absolutely. Like you've got to, anything that you want to do to improve your life, you've got to really want to do it first. Like you've got to have that commitment. And then once with anything, once you start to see like success or see or start to feel some of the benefits, no matter whether it's quitting a bad habit or starting a good habit like fasting. Like once you start feeling and getting positive feedback from your body, then it probably encourages you to continue doing that thing.
Yeah, you get
uh,
rewarded. Yeah.
yeah. uh let's see. Wait. Colonel said, my experience has been the longer you go into the fast, when it comes time to eat, you eat less before feeling full. So does that like your stomach like contracts a little bit?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. It does. Yeah. It does. And what's really important is that once you've done a longer fast, is don't go back to your normal diet because
your normal portions.
that's where you came from before. So you need to be sensible in what you eat. Don't eat anything sugary or high in carbs because when I break my fast in 2 days' time, it will be a boiled egg with a bit of tuna, maybe a bit of cheese, and then maybe next day I will have bacon maybe. Now I'm saying bacon because again we've all been told that fat is the enemy. It's not.
No,
Sugar's
no,
the enemy.
right. Yeah, no, bacon.
Your,
That's
your body
that's
needs
that
cholesterol.
that's like a cornerstone of
Yeah,
like the Atkins diet is like
yeah, yeah,
steak, bacon,
yeah.
proteins. But anyway, that was what I was gonna uh ask you is like when you I was gonna ask that exact question when you first come off a fast, like what is the first food that you crave or first dish
I
or
did.
first like.
I did something silly, Ray. When I did my first 3 day fast a few years ago,
Mm,
we went to Jollibee. That's the worst thing that I could have done. It felt like heaven. Oh my god! Your taste buds get elevated. Everything's like super tasty, and but within an hour, I crashed.
uh,
I
yeah.
crashed. So it needs to be something.
So So
And like,
you
yeah,
mentioned earlier like your cheat day or something. What is your cheat food?
oh my God, it could be anything. I've got a really bad sweet tooth, but also I like
Ah,
spicy food, and I like to drink as well. So it could be JD or gin and pizza, Jollibee. Because as I said, Ray, life is too boring if you just stick to a regime.
right.
You need to enjoy yourself. I do enjoy fasting. Sorry, intermittent fasting. I don't enjoy doing a long-term fast, although there are serious health benefits. And mentally, at the moment, I'm on cloud nine at the moment. But my cheat days, just eat what you want, providing you're good and sensible for the next 5 days.
I got you. Okay. Uh, let's see. Scuba Steve said, if you really want to do it, you can. Want to, but I need a coach. Will Simon be my coach?
Of course, I'd love to.
Disciple of the Tao, as a practitioner of secular Buddhism, I've learned how to relax the emotional, dysregulated states of mind. Okay. Well, like whatever like works to make you healthier, do that. Like I'm a big proponent of like whatever makes people happy, and being healthy makes you happy. Then whatever works for you, like find out what works for you and do that.
Yeah, yeah.
uh Alistair said, I urge people to do some research on fasting and cancer killing along with broccoli. uh John, haha, broccoli. Alistair, the green one. Cyber's tell, processed sugar are worse than cocaine. Processed sugars are physiologically addictive. Cocaine is psychologically addictive. Yeah, I watched maybe it was a documentary or something, and they had like the little white lab mice. They had like cocaine addicted like little white lab mice, and then they
Oh wow.
introduced like sugar water, and like they broke their cocaine addiction to go to the sugar water. Like they had a choice between getting their cocaine fix and getting the sugar, and they started choosing sugar over cocaine. And yeah, cocaine sugar is terrible. um but of course it's good too. Like I've got my little mini candy bar here.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
stop it!
show it.
Stop it!
Stop. Yeah. But every once in a while I'll eat something. I mean, as long as I believe anything that you do, if you do it like in moderation,
Yeah, yeah. It's
that's the key. When
yeah,
you're just like constantly like stuffing the wrong things in your body, then
yeah. But
you know.
what's kind of weird, Ray, is that today's the first day I've had no hunger. I felt a bit yesterday. I was a bit hungry, but today there's no hunger there, and that's how people can fast for longer because the hunger pang or pangs, they just subside.
Yeah, yeah. And uh wait, so I was telling Jolly Bee, I've done that. OMG. uh Alistair, when you break a fast, you must break it with protein only,
Yes,
protein stacked.
yes,
Alistair, 60 minutes after, then you can try other stuff.
yeah.
uh Sabstal, Jennifer makes amazing sugar-free sweets with stevia. Okay.
Nice, nice.
uh the best form of moderation is abstinence. Maybe, I don't know. Like I, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever go that route. Uh, like I think you mentioned it earlier. Like you've got to enjoy life. Like to me, like uh, and like my personality is definitely not disciplined. Like if I feel like doing something, I'm gonna do it. And I just have to, I guess, keep myself in check enough to, not just go crazy with whatever it is. But if I'm have a craving for something, like I'm gonna have it, and you know, and enjoy it. It's like you said, the key is not just, you know, you you don't do that all the time. It's, you know, uh, uh, he's like, well, Alistair, you enjoy on the cheat days. Uh, so I was like, yes, I enjoy life. I'm into tantric yoga. Okay, well, that that's good. I'm like, I don't know what my, I guess, I like I've like the reason I was on here is because I do want to like continue to like improve my health. Like coming to the Philippines, I did a video about it. Like just just coming to the Philippines uh, has made me healthier. Like just like the environment, like
Yeah.
low stress, walking more,
No,
being
no,
being out and about, and
there's no, no pollutants.
wanting to do things
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
makes me healthier.
Breathing clean air
Um,
also as well, right? There's no pollutants either in the air.
yeah. So but I want to build on that. It's like, okay, now that I'm starting to feel healthier, then I need to walk more, get into exercising,
You
like
look,
you
you
know,
look good, all right. You look good. You look good.
yeah. I'm actually down a little bit. My goal was 80 kilos, because I was up around like 89 kilos when I started, and now I'm bouncing between like 82 and 80, back and forth. So but I want to, like I said, I want to build off of that, and of course eventually I'm going to quit smoking. uh that's that's been, I've went through the process of quitting smoking like several times, and one of these times it's going to stick. uh but I was kind of saying, I want to reach one goal first, and then, because I think with anybody, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm like making excuses or anything. I think anybody, if they try to like do everything at once, they're going to get overwhelmed with, like if I was trying to lose weight, quit smoking, exercise more, like implement all the positive changes I want to have in my life at one time. um like I would probably fail from all of them. Like, so I want to like fully commit to like the first thing, then fully commit to the second thing, like add that into what I'm already doing with the first thing, if
Before
that
you
makes sense.
before you do that though, get your next shot glass.
Do what?
You need to add to your Canada shot glass.
Oh, I need to add to my Canada shot glass. What do I need to?
The
What do I
tequila.
need to?
The
Huh?
tequila. The
Huh?
tequila.
Yeah, I don't have any ticket. Hold on. I got wait. Uh, and this is, have you ever had this stuff? Wait, actually, I'm gonna get my other one. I've got I've got two different kinds now. But this this is, where you at? But this
Oh,
is
oh, nice.
the, have you ever had the drum shambo
Very,
Irish gin?
it's very nice.
It's because I don't I know I've been doing it on the live stream here, but like I normally don't, don't drink a lot.
Well,
So
there you go.
so
That
I I tend to okay, that's what country is that?
Azerbaijan,
Oh, okay.
China,
That's Puerto Rico. Wait, no, that's
Germany.
okay.
Um, what's that one? Maldives. Maldives. This one.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a alcoholic. Japan,
No.
and that one is Chile. Chile.
Okay. Yeah, no. You're not an alcoholic. You're just a shot glass collector.
I'm a collector of shot glasses.
And figure might as well not waste the tequila since you had to buy the tequila to get the shot glass, so might as well drink it. It's already there. But
I'm always stuck to buying a bottle that comes with a free glass.
but cheers, Simon.
Cheers, very good health. Hopefully, the conversation's not been too boring or too serious for everyone. I'm quite conscious that we're not, we're not laughing enough.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I'm like I've learned a lot. Let's see. Buh, 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 buh. Let's see. Where was I? Alistair, so Simon, you have a full gym at home.
It's not a full gym.
Question.
It's just a basic gym. It's just a cross trainer, a bench, dumbbells, and a barbell, and that's it. That's all you need.
Okay.
That's all you need.
And John said, "When's your vagabond awake coming, Simon? Looking forward to it."
I, I think it's toward the end of this week, John, because Dan said it will be the third week. So third week is this week. So hopefully midweek or by the end of this week.
No, okay. The side was a towel says tantric yoga is done in pairs with a partner, very sensual. Yeah, well,
I've seen it.
uh,
I've seen it. Very raunchy.
Kaizen, one step at a time. It takes 100 days to build a routine. And then he said, "Cheers, mate." Okay, so yeah, like I'm sold on like the health benefits of uh like intermittent fasting, and I'm like I said, I think I've uh kind of done that like unintentionally for most of my life,
I think we all,
which is
yeah,
why
I think we all have.
I've
Yeah.
never I've never really had like a belly or anything, and I just didn't know what I was doing, and it wasn't necessarily intentional, and so like there would be days that I would probably, I guess I was having unintentional cheat days. I'm just saying I like I've never really planned it, but I normally just really eat like one time a day, and it's never really or not normally like a planned healthy meal. I just like
Yeah.
today I had like a fried spam sandwich
Oh
like
yes.
with
Yeah.
cheese and lettuce
Oh,
and mayonnaise. That was I believe that's the only thing I've eaten today with some chips, like regular chips, not what the hell you call chips, which
yeah,
French
yeah.
fries,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah,
crisps. I had them with crisps,
yeah.
but wait, Alistair, how long did your house build take?
Good question. Quite quick actually. I would say from start to finish, um, 4.5 months. Four and a
Okay,
half
that's not too bad.
because we built it in the dry season, and because we've only got a two-bedroomed, two-bathroomed home. It's not massive. It's okay for me and Cherry.
Yeah,
You know, we call it a modern Filipino home.
right.
We designed it, and we're going to add a pool to it. at some point at the end of this year or the other part of next year. But overall, around 4.5 months.
Yeah, that's that's like people that come over here wanting to build like a Western style home. Like there's no need. Like um I am happier in my little small condo as compact and you know well there was the movement in like the US, the whole tiny home movement. Uh but like I like it makes me happier not having like all kinds of space. Like I don't know what people's obsession is with, like
Yeah, yeah.
big big rooms with high ceilings and everything. It's like it seems wasteful to me. Like all that extra space that's not being used for anything. But I'm kind of a minimalist anyway, where like I don't like clutter. Uh,
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh,
and but my plan is like in the province, if I ever get to that point, is build basically a one bedroom, but it just like one, big bedroom living area combination with a big bathroom and walk-in closet. And that's it. That's the whole house. No living room, no like kitchen. The kitchen's gonna be outside.
oh,
And
okay. Yeah.
yeah, I'll have, like grill and everything all outside for whenever, want to cook. Let's see. Angel Beggar, good morning. Angel, are you excited about getting ramped up to come? Her and her husband are supposed to be coming to Tagaytay uh, like soon, within like a couple weeks, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Very
and
nice.
they're a couple from Texas, Frank and Angel, and it's unique. You don't see it a lot where you have like a fully Caucasian couple like relocating permanently in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's quite rare.
So I look forward to hanging out with them. Uh, Cyber Towel, how much is your condo rent? 15K. I pay 15K a month, so very reasonable. Angel says Frankie wants an outside kitchen so bad. Yeah, I mean they're used to that Texas lifestyle, outdoor barbecue kind of thing. Alistair Shack has a 250,000 square foot home
Oh,
and uses the kitchen and bedroom only. Yeah, like all that space just uh, doesn't make sense. Angel says 6 more days, woohoo! A week in Malaysia first for the MotoGP races, then
uh-huh.
Philippines. Yeah, there. I'm definitely looking forward to y'all getting here. We have 3 smokers, a regular charcoal barbecue, and a huge smoker. Yeah, um, that was my dream too. Coming over here, like I wanted to have like a smoker and make my own sausage and smoke the sausage, and eventually one day um, when I get like all my traveling out of my system, then maybe I'll get a place that's got outdoor area. So where are we at? 88. I always do an hour and a half. So we got about another minute and a half. Uh is what is Cherry doing? Cherry, what are you doing? Is she listening in?
She's relaxing on the sofa, feeling sorry for herself with a bad cold.
Yeah, I know she's got a cold.
No,
That's where she wants to
bless.
come say hi.
So, Dan, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hello? Sorry, Naman. Why? So bad. She apologizes. She's very, very sick.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Maybe.
Uh John said, nice Angel, love the MotoGP, only been to Silverstone though. Alistair, so Simon, what takes up most of your retirement life?
Doing whatever I want to do, really. So that's, like we said earlier, Ray. In the morning you wake up, the days you're on. So my routine, I said, coffee in the morning, and then exercise, and then do some chores. Maybe go to the mall, grocery shopping, see friends, see family. The usual Filipino life, I guess.
Okay. All right. Alistair says, introduce your wife, please. Alistair, I'm gonna like she's feeling sick. So like I'm getting I'm getting Simon like acclimated to live streaming. So I'll leave that for him like
If
to
you
have on his live stream, and he can introduce Cherry and like get all the views. Like
if
I'll
you
save that for his channel. I was
fantastic.
I was saying like I did Michael C's first experience with live streaming. Now I've done Simon's first experience with live streaming. I am the live stream diverginator.
And
Angel.
generally, I don't feel abused.
Yeah, I'm a gentle lover. Angel said, we're going to Thailand in February for the races too. You should go. Okay. Angel said, I hope your wife feels better fast. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
You're a peach.
Salamat.
John said, love Thailand too, Angel. Well worth a visit. Alistair also hopes she feels better soon. So, and
If people,
I am
people want
the
to
same way.
see Cherry, Ray, just get them to click on my um, YouTube
Yeah,
page.
yeah. I got you. I got you right. And I'm gonna put you in here one last time.
Um,
The link to Simon's YouTube channel, and
and,
then let's say
and believe me, I'm definitely punching above my weight.
yeah,
I'll be honest about that.
and my wait, gotta stop this from moving, and my but that's Cherry right there, beautiful. Angel said I'll subscribe to you also. That's awesome, Angel, and
Okay.
uh and Angel started a channel. It's like Bakers Without Borders or something like that. I'm subscribed to her channel. She's just getting
So,
started, but
so, sound original, good.
so yeah, I think we've this was a like a good first experience. I learned a lot about you. I got we got a big comment that came in. We gotta see.
Ooh,
Sabja, okay, okay, my friends, love to chat. Netflix time with Jen now tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Jen is leading a dance fitness workout at Galawang Fitness across from Papa Bola's in Tagaytay. Bye bye. Thank you. Angel Baker, Bakers Without Borders. Yep. Am I spelling it right? I got you. So y'all check out Bakers Without Borders, spelled like it should be. There you go. Angel put it in there.
will do.
And y'all definitely check out Simon's channel. He's going to be doing a solo live stream sometime in the near future because I'm going to stay on his ass till he does. And and uh, like I said, it was good hanging out with you, Simon. Like I learned a lot about you.
Thank you.
Uh, I'm
Enjoy it.
I'm I'm proud of myself for you know uh, not making fun of you more about mushy peas and all kinds of
I was waiting
UK
for it.
bullshit that you
I was
do.
waiting for it.
Oh, I made this note earlier about that. Remember, I stopped to make a note to remind myself of a thought that I had. So uh, I might actually make a whole video about that, but I'll give you the synopsis. Okay, you know, people always say, like women want uh, a man with money. Like women want money, and that's not true. Like women want uh, uh, a man that is, what's the word I'm looking for? That's you know organized, or like has things together. Like money is just a
Security. So,
sign that a man is disciplined, and you know they want a stable man. Like money is just a sign of that type of man,
yeah.
or like a man that that's the word I'm looking for, competence.
Mm.
Like women are looking for a competent man. Like money is a sign of competence, or they'll look for a guy that can, fix their leaky sink, or fix a car, or handyman. Like they're competent. They you know so women are looking for competence, and men, they say, men are looking for, physical attractiveness, but really all physical attractiveness is a symptom of healthiness. So men are looking for, a healthy woman, and a woman is looking for a competent man. So I'll break that down more in a future video, but
Sounds good. Sounds good.
but everybody's thanks, y'all. Good to meet you, Simon. Take care. Simon, I'll let you say goodbye to everybody that's still here.
Okay. Thank you, Ray. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. It's been my pleasure to answer any questions and get to know you. And for sure, those people that have commented, thank you. And I will sub the people that I can see and will do. This has been my pleasure, guys. Let's do it again. I really enjoyed it. I was quite nervous at
Oh
first,
yeah,
but
yeah. We'll do it.
I
We'll
really
we'll
enjoyed
do it again. We'll do it again for sure. So until next time, you know what's coming because you've watched my live streams and how I always end. Who dat?
it.
I love you all.
Bye, guys.